Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, today we are going to talk about the truth about UMGC professors. Since I can't build because I don't have the money, my own platform where I'm voicing my opinions and so is other people, I'll talk about UMGC and talk about how and what has been happening in my life with them. So far, me and my teacher had a little hiccup a couple of weeks ago, about 5, 6, 7 weeks ago in the beginning, 6 weeks, and he was ignoring me. So I wrote the student resolution team. They said, just try to pass the class. If you don't, you can challenge the grade. I may have bad spelling, but I know what I'm saying. I didn't make it to masters by accident. It's not like I tripped and fell on a degree and say, let me have a degree. Everything I had to work hard for. From my discharge, Army upgrade. If they can understand what I said, and that was in 2012, my statement was crap. And they understood every word and phrase because they didn't look at the imperfections of it or try to judge it or try to control it like a dictator or ignore it or not acknowledge it. Why did you not acknowledge that you messed up on my name? Like, at least you may be a doctor and I maybe have a master's already, but you didn't even acknowledge that you spelt my name wrong. You just spelt it right and left it alone and didn't even acknowledge. Even after our discussion, I thought we can move past that. All the other students making A's, I made A's in my class. It's your objective to keep me from making an A. I corrected the errors that you said that I needed to correct, and you still gave me a B. Once again, we come back to, are you a good teacher or are you a bad teacher? Are you doing this purposefully? Like, you never wrote me back to tell me I apologize. Sorry for misspelling your name. Not acknowledging it means that you did it purposefully. Not taking ownership means that you possibly could be doing it out of spite as a psychology form of control. To say, yeah, I did it, I'll change it, but I'm not apologizing. You've been in contact with every other student. I haven't wrote you, nor have you written me. The last response I got from you was that I don't even remember, but the last response I should have got from you was either acknowledging the inconvenience or apologizing for the inconvenience. You didn't even have to apologize. You could have acknowledged, oh, yeah, that's true. You're right. Changed. It could have went like that. Done. Changed. Anything. But to not acknowledge that my name was misspelled is wrong. I don't have time to go out of my busy schedule to play childish games with a professor. I don't have time to play childish games with nobody. I came here for a grade. And so that's what leads me to what I'm going to do now, which is my homework. I done said the scenario that happened. And now I will try. That's all I can do is try to present my work. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. So that's the team agreement that I wrote, and this is the marketing plan that the team has. That's the link that he sent that is a part of Saturday the 15th at 6 p.m. So it's the 15th. Why did I got something else? Hold on. No, it's on this front page. Yup, yup, yup. If it comes down to me not being able, I'm going to read everything again, but if it comes down that, and I'm going to send him the separate parts of each student work up to my part. If I cannot pass this class, I'm going to voice my concerns and make a law about this, that people that are of color should not, cannot, and will not be mistreated based on their skin color, or this all goes back to DEI or DIE or whatever it's called. You know, it's Trump says, one hand says that they have to earn, it's not about race, and they have to earn where they are in society. But another side says something different, you know. And I feel like I have earned my place in society with the work that I can perform and can do. I may misspell, but we have machines and engineers and AI out here that can help with misspelling word for word, but it's no problem. I can get it right sometimes, but I am not perfect. I don't think we all were built perfect, because when I sat up there and I sent in that project, I don't know if they purposefully didn't check my section just a little bit, but they didn't check it. They they checked some of it, and I noticed errors when I reread it, which means that it was just ran through. But they actually checked the other students' errors. So what is going on? I don't know. So right now, step one, I already written the teacher off camera. Step one is to submit the financial plan, like he said, in order, which somebody should have already done that part, which I hate that I couldn't contribute. And if he kicks it back, I'm going to do my part. And if he kicks it back and says my part is messed up, I'm going to attach it to the women that are at UMGC that says to contact them in case something happens. The first step was to work with my teacher. The second step would be to investigate. I'm not trying to bait a doctorate degree major, but I will challenge and advocate for myself. And I'm not going to be used by no one. So let's continue. So either you want to be investigated and they look at all of your history of how you've written back your students quickly and accurately and precisely, and then left me hanging with the bare minimum responses. That's all I'm going to say. That's a question mark. Either you want to do it or you want to sit up there and be investigated. And I pay my $350 to the attorney to sue the UMGC. I'm trying to work with you guys. For discrimination, my classmates are doing an excellent job. They are speedy, they're precise in doing what they're supposed to. They can't help what's going on between me and my teacher. I think if they were in my shoes and they were Black, they would go through the same thing, and probably they would do the exact same thing. Anybody would do what I did. I knew my boundaries, but I had to get the teacher's attention. So now he's saying the 29th have the rough draft. That's more than enough time. And that's why I'm kind of glad that, or I'm glad, not kind of means I'm not, but I am. I'm glad that he writes it down in the chat. Okay. I'm going to thoroughly read the paperwork again. I already got the project up. So he says Kimberly and Tracy are working on this. Tracy, the long word that begins with the last name A. Financial. So let me say she's doing the marketing strategy and I'm doing the marketing mix, which I've started on already. Financial projections number one has no one has claimed yet. I was working on an environmental scan, but also taking the lead, organizing everything as a team leader. Still waiting on Richard to join the chat. So you have a choice of financial projections or helping me with the environmental scan. So far, I looked at the links in step 3 and added unorganized thoughts. I've been a little distracted this day, just trying to get the team together. Okay. So Richard will be on. Um, cool. And that was Wednesday at 3:52. So he basically said it has to be 1 and 2 pages, 2 to 3 pages. So as long as I do 2 to 3 pages and base it off of what I'm reading. So let's look at what I'm reading right now. I have a copy of it. Let's do this. Hold on. I want to see how a marketing mix look, just in case, with Brock. Marketing mix. The goods or service, product price, and I read that. Product price, place and promotion. So, product, I'll leave all this alone and go product. The product is the lead app, and it consists of um, helping through a combination with the Oracle and cloud. It is. Let's think for a second. Think. I know it. The product is the Leap app, and it consists of helping through a combination with the Oracle and cloud, um, searching for a development of veterans to find employment. It's a service that helps veterans find not only a job, but employment, education. It's a service that helps veterans find not only a job, but employment, education. It's links provides veterans with counseling help and re-entry help to the civilian workforce. counseling help veterans with counseling help and re-entry. Um, has its software is very, it's, let me, break-even point and break-even analysis for the lead. I read this already. Okay, product, that's the skeleton of it. And where are we at? Price, the price is right here, I think. So product price. Ah! Since the app has been down, where do you find that out at? 50,000 times. A concern regarding the minimum $10. No, it goes first. $10 per month is evaluated with which is evaluated to $120 even. No plagiarism. I don't plagiarize, but I rewrite it. Let's see. Price. Since the app has been downloaded, $50,000 a major concern regarding the minimum $10 a month which is evaluated to $120 a year, is has got veterans upset with the pricing. The company, no, an investment of 850,000 and costs to develop and with it being 32 per unit. And let's see, an investment activity with 850,000 in costs to develop. The app has gotten got mixed reviews with it with pricing being $32 per unit. A profit margin of 73.33%. Concerns over how many people would not want to pay for the subscription tells a story of confusion and frustration already in its infancy stages. Price, product price. What's the other one? Place. Um, Distribution channels to make the product available where and when customers want it. Oh, I know it. Okay. I need to make some references or other things. I'll do that later. But first, Not references, but I need references too, but it's the same references as the rest of them. The information comes from the book with me. Place. Um, and what did he say with place? Okay. Place. Um, Financial projections for the app as a team. Okay. So now let's go here. Environmental scan. Group one, project one. Place. First we're gonna do place. Where does these channels come from? The military. One source. Let me look at my work because it all coincides with each other. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me look at what else is built. Service members. He used service members a lot. Innovate, experiment, and invent. Okay, I can see where he's talking about. If he can do it, I understand. So can I. Because even though this doesn't talk about VA, VA is included in his work, so I can complement his work, because even though the Leap app is a false narrative, it's somewhat true in a way. It's just the wrong statistics. So the place, veterans, I love saying veterans affairs. Um, Have you noticed something about the VA, y'all? How powerful that name is? The reason why I say that it's the V is upside down and the A that looks like a V with a line in the middle is a certain, um, yeah. So I don't know. I just noticed, I really study things. So place, Veterans Affairs, military, one source, um, DAV, what else? So you got DAV and you got DAB actually. I know I say DAV, but it's DAB. All these programs. Let's look it up on Grok. What are all of the programs like that are like that? Just give me some name. Where are some? Okay, cool. Home. I have to cite that too. Homes for our troops. Various and NC Foundation. Man, I need to go to Guitar Center. Even if I just touch the guitar. I have touched a guitar before, but I just want to like play around with the strings because I used to play the violin and cello and just a little bit, learn just a little bit. Okay, place Veterans Affairs. Let's see what. And now I have to figure out how to cite this. That's all I need. Where cite this? Where are your sources? 2025. What was the last one I put? Military Warrior Support Foundation. That's on um Peer support orgs 2025. How does it go? Comma 2025. They're still up and running. And then now I have to cite it. I mean reference it. Everything is university. Leap app retrieved from SmartPath, Orion, McGee, Carey. Okay. He never said that I couldn't use something off that's not, you know, a source within the school project. Um, Site. No, reference. Reference. God dang, you zoom right in. Like the Matrix or something. I didn't even do that. um, let's see. It is right about here. Peer support orgs. What is it? The name of the author. First, I did it backwards. It's the name of the author, and then it's like 2025 if it is, and then it's the link, and that's it. But I just wanted, you know, Brock be teaching me how they always changing some stuff. Just like they what is it called? Oh my God. It's not the MLA or APA. It is a psychiatry book. And they're in their sixth edition. And they always change it, but they haven't changed lately. They're in their fifth or sixth edition of it talks about hundreds of disorders, like psychological disorders. And I forgot what it's called because I haven't been using my psychology a lot, but it's a wonderful book to know how many labels. I don't know what the hell, what the hell, and we only stick with the main ones. We only stick with the main ones, man. It's always the same boring ones. But it's hundreds. See, he's still harassing me. Now that I'm talking about this, I just got a text messages or a text. I'm ready to say it so bad. Text message from the Trump administration. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Let's see. That's a real message. Some of them scummy messages, I laugh at, but it still sometimes probably come from the administration. I still haven't been able to determine who Wi-Fi says NSA surveillance. And, my ex best friend is a part of NSA. And this was before anyone in the building should have known who I was. In this apartment building. I don't want to mess nothing up, man. They did an excellent job on this, by the way. That is crazy how they got all that data. I would have been like, how the hell did you get all of that data? So this would be, let's go to, I'm just making a skeleton. Sorry, that's cheating. So I would go back up here and find peer support orgs and go myself to the web page because Grok gave me some false information. I have to be sure. I mean, he's not giving false information. Let me never say that. But the information is from what he can get off of the World Wide Web. So whatever information he is giving me is because of the information that is out there. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay, let me add y'all back on here. Found it. Peersupport.org. See what this bad boy can do. Employment, our programs. There are so many programs. Just think of everything that's out here on the World Wide Web, you know, and then the connection that the government have with beyond the world, the what would they name it? The universal web service web page. I don't know. But yeah, where you can talk to people like they could just chime in on alien worlds and they like, yeah, it's going good at Earth, but it could be going better, you know. Um So now I want to know how about go all the way down. Okay. So go up, go down. Um, they need more peer support specialists. This is an old web page. Let's see. Bellevue, PA. Membership is free. Okay. It connects to what is going on because the veterans, how can I connect this page? Um the veterans suffer from PTSD and what is the other one? PTS and let's look at the statistics. Let's see. Oh, this is the old one though. Um, do they talk about mental health? Let me read it. Let me close this and read what's in the. We're gonna stick first. I'm gonna read something real quick. Do we talk about any mental health issues? It's PTSD basically, and I think it's maybe mental health. I don't know. PTS and something else. Hearing traumatic brain injury, but we don't get that far. What's being talked about in here is more different, um, but we don't talk about mental. I don't see nothing with mental health, even though we read in the last project about mental health, PTS, and traumatic brain injury, post traumatic stress. Whether it is GI Bill inquiry service connected. Okay, he introduced service connected. Let me see. The government building, the federal government building. That's what DAB and all of those fall under, the federal building. The VA federal, it's no, the VA is inside the government federal building. So I need to find out where is Veterans Affairs in Baltimore. Y'all thought I was about to say Seattle. Anyway, Veterans Affairs in Baltimore, Maryland. That's old. Um, Let me make this nice and neat. Veterans Affairs. I have to. No, I can't. It's in Texas, I think. I think it's located in Texas. Let's see. What is the script? Boston. Federal building. The federal building. I know they used to laugh at my hair. Lord Jesus, help me. Where's the federal building? Veterans Affairs in Boston. Website. And wherever the federal building is, John F. Kennedy, wherever the federal building is, DAB is in that building. Some agents mixed around is in that building. It's so fun to see them with their little weapons and stuff, saving the world one person at a time. That's what's on my mind and defines them with their weapons. Ah! Website reference. What's John F. Kennedy Federal Building reference? What's John F. Kennedy reference website and citation? Oh, it gets deep. GSA. That's funny. General service. You know, it's nothing about general service that's government related that is general. Once you hit a certain radius of the building, you are being watched. I wonder how far away the White House radius is. They like, we not telling. I mean, 32,000, I believe, square feet. No, 132 rooms and like 50 or 40,000 square feet. And they're doubling that to like 172,000 square feet. I only have 500. Oh my God. I only have 500 and I think I'm doing some stuff. Okay. Oh, let's go back up. Okay. Let's not forget that before they erase it. Okay. I'll erase it for them and put this right here. The reason why I put this right here, and I gotta make it, what is there, this is Arial and this is times what? Roman numeral. Okay. Is it, what the hell do they need with 172,000 square feet? How many angels are you packing in there? We know the address to this virtual heaven we call Washington, D.C. Okay. You know what I'm debating. I learned what I learned, but should I leave this right here? Because they're using the University of Maryland. I don't see not one outside link. He didn't specify whether you can use outside or inside. He did specify references. So, I don't know. I don't want to do anything, but this is he did utilize the VA. He did say the VA. Oh, I see it right here. Oh, well, I can use it now. I kept seeing University of Maryland, University of Maryland, University of Maryland. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to use, an outside source or what, but I catch on very quickly. Let me add that Kennedy Federal Building. Okay, so the place oh man, place. The places that are named are places that fall under the federal branch of government. These places are all located inside the federal building. And the connection is they are connected to the LEAP app for job searching. These buildings, these agencies helps promote the LEAP app. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Should I put that? They do. If this come from anything in the military, anything in the military, it's like one thing is known, it's all being briefed, and it's all known. One thing that happens in the military, like from the chips, to the data that I never really got to use computers while in the military. I didn't get my hands on computers, but it was a computer in the kitchen, and these from Veterans Affairs to Military One Source, Home for Our Troops, that falls under the federal building. Let's just say, since they say Boston is a fictitious state, and it's fiction, but it's really Boston, but it's fiction. That's like me saying Lee and Carter, but the Kennedy Federal Building is in Boston. So, but it's fictitious, the whole scenario. So they're connected to the LEAP app. Each of these centers, these places. And let me go back up to see if I'm doing that right for place. Okay. Distribution channels of the service. Those are distribution channels. So I need to change that and put something different. The places, the distribution channels. Channels of this service. That's all it is a service that are that name, that are places. The distribution channels for the service that are places that fall under the federal branch of government are Veterans Affairs, Military One Source, It wouldn't look like that. Let me look. Yep, it's capitalized. If I sat up there and once sit up there and mess up on this crap, it's not crap, but I don't want to mess up on it. It's a beautiful project, and anything military deserves to be capitalized. I understand, just like God name is capitalized, small God's names are um, lowercase. Um, the distribution, really, that was a long pause. Whoever just sent that want me to not say nothing, but they just sent me. If it's the government, I'm gonna tell on the government. You know, tell on the government because just said, please keep this between us. I know it's somebody out there. It could be somebody just waiting on me to try to keep that secret. I'm not keeping nothing secret. God wouldn't want that. What God would not want me to not be honest. Now, when it comes to stuff that's proprietary, yeah, I'll sit up there or God related that God only can understand and grow from, then yeah. But some humans won't understand people's lives, you know, if they haven't been through it. But that's why I have cool, courageous, brave ladies that I may never meet, Kathy and Carrie, because they are cool people and they gave me a chance to prove who I am. Yeah, so um, they're connected to the Leap app, and it's let's see, place and what else? This is the beginning of all of that. I'm gonna add to it. Um, the distribution channels. He put the distribution channels down there too. And the promotion is, what are they doing to promote it? What would the Leap app? They spent $850,000 in promotions, I believe. I think. No, that was just the cost to develop the app. Um, they really didn't say about, nor do I read anything about how um, promote promotion. Communication tactics to inform, persuade, or remind customers What does the Leap app, what I've been noticing? Um, anyway, communication, I'm almost finished. And I'm gonna do an inch every day, something different every day until the due date. Um, so ooh, why isn't my other phone getting TikTok messages while I'm on TikTok? I am glued to my phone, you guys. Oh man. Anyway, this mix has helped Coca-Cola achieve annual revenues exceeding 40 billion. You know, I commend Coca-Cola because the only thing Coca-Cola did was take out the cocaine. For a while they let the people drink the cocaine. And then while that was happening, as the heat turned up, they started to say, well, let's just get something that's just as powerful and does something to your brain, but it's not a drug. That's all these things we addicted to is. And it's either a service or, you know, Coca-Cola is a food that we eat or drink on a regular. And I commend them for that. They took a drug, they took it out. They got scientists and everyone to get in and stuff to create something that keeps people coming back. Desensitize them when we talk about it. Gets them nice and angry. Well, why am I drinking this? Well, you know what? I'm not the only big person, or I'm not the only one with acne, or like anything, like Coca-Cola keeps them coming back. And I got much um, respect for them. Like, they know what it does to them. Every time I drink Coca-Cola, I break out. They know what it does to them, but it's so daggone good, especially the vanilla Coke. Like seriously, that be during the winter time and stuff. The traditions we're used to while here on Gaia or Earth, we're like the vanilla Coke. Oh, I think I have it. I haven't had it in 5 years, and it's winter time and stuff. Those are the things that be on my mind, not killing anybody or driving somewhere. Communication tactics inform, persuade, and remind customers. Advertising, PR, sales, promotions, heavy investments, TV ads, social media campaigns. What has Leap app been in? I read about it. I know I read about it. How did they sit up there and promote themselves? Through, I could say the same thing, TV ads and everything, but this is a military um type thing, and you don't even see the arm. How the hell are they recruiting people when you don't even see those commercials no more? You don't even see them. They just coming in. These veterans' blood are ingrained in veteran status, and they like it just at the right moment. It's like a antenna. Do do do. Oh, I want to be a in the army, and they just go, man. Oh, I got a story to tell y'all. I'll tell y'all half the story, and then I get back to this. So, I wanted to. I got out. I got out bad because people wanted me to look bad in the military. And I hope y'all can understand that. And so when I got out, I was so ashamed. And I sat up there, and every year for like 3 years, for like 6 times during that year, I would go into the army and say, I would go in there and say, have y'all changed the read code? Have y'all changed the read code? And they would laugh at me. They would laugh in their heads so bad. You could tell the soul never lies. And so I I fought for my honorable discharge. And like I said, I don't want to cry, but if it wasn't for the Army Review Board, I don't want to throw race in there, but I'm pretty sure that maybe 60% of them are Caucasian, and like 40% of them were of a different ethnicity. And they all agreed to give me my honorable. And I'm a pretty good writer now than I was back then. And I gave them a description of what happened with the proof. And now I can go to, it makes it I don't want to cry, because like I can go to school now and learn. I have an outlet to teach people, and that's all that makes me get up in the day. Um, I finally learned about my crystal, you guys. They say that a lot of those crystals, if you look up my crystal, if you decide to ever be so nosy and look it up, before I get to promotion, it's a, I can't pronounce the word, but it's a protection crystal. And a lot of them end up with black triangles. So, but no, very few end up with black triangles. But they do appear in this clear crystal. And so it's protection. I scanned it, Brock scanned it, I gave him the picture of the actual instrument or the actual crystal, because I'm very spiritual about crystals. I don't lie to my crystals, and my crystals don't lie to me. I got my crystals back, and my crystals have my back. People can yip yap all they want about doing something to me, but it's until they actually succeed, they achieved a goal, their evil demise goal. But I am protected. Just like China and Russia, whatever I have, or the government has going on, has protected me, because at any moment they could easily sit up there and do something to me for talking junk. Or maybe they're going to wait, calculate it, because the government is very or maybe they're just going to say F it and ignore me. I don't know. They kept Bob alive. Is that his name? Oh my God. Anyway, watch it on Joe Rogan. For some reason his name is always out of my vocabulary, but yeah. I was about to say Bob Saget. I know a lot of white people are laughing. Remember him, y'all? Remember him? Off of Full House. Um, okay, I'm trying to look something up real quick, guy. Hold on for a second. Let's see. Y'all are on. All my things are on. This chat. Um, oh, snizzity dap. He got a meat expectations. I remember back in the day when I used to get those things. Oh, it's gonna hurt my heart getting this B, man. It's gonna hurt my heart. So promotion. What does the Leap app do to promote? Through the distribution channels. The distribution channels. Uh, the Leap app is promoted and promoted by networks, government, through the distribution channels. The Leap app is promoted by the government networks. That doesn't, hold on, through the distribution channels, which are, I don't need to explain because I just explained up there. Through the distribution channels, the Leap app is promoted by government networks in the Boston Federal Building, which is the John F. Kennedy. Anything federal, man. You know, they say police officers, the definition, someone said, I don't know. When I tried to look it up, I was like, okay, I don't think I read the same thing that they defined it as. But they said they're guardians. And, you know, I don't want to go into a whole spill. Lord Jesus, we don't need that right now, but I appreciate them. Oh, and I know the lady's like, only the men. Oh man. And I'm talking about the female police officer. No, I appreciate y'all too, man. Seriously. F Kennedy. Federal building. Federal military agencies and promotion. You know what? I can look that up. Um, do military networks and government agencies. Networks and government agencies. How do the government promote itself? Because you never see them on the, well, that sounds stupid. Um, you see them on the news, you know, drama, drama queens and kings. That's all I can say. Drama kings and queens. That's when I look at them, I just be like, wow, man, it's always drama. From Chuck Schumer, we want him gone. It'd be so hilarious. And Chuck going off on a tangent, you know. He did good though. If nobody sat up there and gave you your props, whether good or bad, at least you stayed in the ring for almost 40, if not plus years. Same with you, Biden. Same with you, Trump. The government, um, let me see, promote them. So the VA, not just the government, that's broad. The VA promotes themselves. You never see a VA though commercial. I mean, it unless it's more, it's different. You really rarely see it. They rarely talk about it unless they're at events like these VA conferences and stuff like that. But other than that, you don't just see a VA pop up and say, VA, your healthcare, where if we make a mistake, you I don't know what that's. Oh God. The VA promotes themselves. How? You get your money back. Okay, what? Oh, they got true. I'm gonna stop here, take a break because I love Stephen Hawkins, but I don't want to end up like him. You know, I have nothing wrong with me. There's no drama over here. But but I have to get off of here because I want to walk around and eat something. Yeah. Let me copy and paste this first. I'll just copy it from here and put it on my Word document. I gotta delete some things. But they have been good to me, man. I'm just joking with them. They fuck with me back. Ah, no, that don't need to be seen. I want to make that smaller. Um, New document. You know, I should be in an organization where I be the top sorority official because the way I get humiliated, just, I mean, it's nothing wrong with what that letter was, but I didn't want that being shown because that's, my personal stuff. Okay. Let's see. Promotion. Oh, it's too many. Kennedy. Okay. Let me close out of here because it's already saved. I love the way Google, you are so awesome. The way I'm still learning. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. And nobody knows everything, but they know a degree of everything. Like nobody can look and say they know computer except the organization who sat up there and vigorously made the Apple instructions. Apple don't even come with a set of instructions no more. Nobody knows Apple like that. Who is Apple? The apples we wear. Let me get off here, y'all. Okay. Woo. So, how many minutes has it been? Okay, great. Right on time. So, I'm gonna get off of here for a second, and I'll be back on here. Um, I'm gonna I am so glad. We're going to do a virtual studio. We're going to catch up with the virtual studios because I still got to wait until others, like, it's like airplanes at different times, you know, airplanes at different times coming in, they're corresponding the people, trying to make this work. And at different times, their papers are coming in, and I'm a part of that, different time zones. And, tomorrow when we meet, I just want to hear their thoughts. I don't want to be a part of no, um, you know, I don't, I don't think like, I don't know. I just don't want to be a part of it where, you know, when I'm on my show, I sit up there and I'll discuss things that enlighten me. But when I'm talking to people, that's another thing. I'm talking airspace. I'm talking airspace. There's no double airspace where two people are talking. It's just me. It's just me talking, which means that I'm just freestyling, kind of. My speeches. And I just want to be able to step back and listen to everyone, probably ask some questions like I usually do. And that is it. So, and then get back with my teacher, see how long it takes, for him to contact me.